couple of salmon right down in there. They spawned out pretty good. Yeah, so all we're doing today, I brought a heavy ass still camera and we're going to take it up to a big rock right up here. It's like a little pyramid. Me and Angus found it when we were up there. And we'll just show you what it takes to get from right here to over there. It's not far, it's about half a mile. There's a few of these things. What do you want? What do you want? Big vulture. New. He's right there, center of the picture. And we're up like 100 feet above sea level. I guess that takes 25 onto account where the lake is, but he's done a good job, man. There's a few falls getting up here and it's at least 3/4 of a mile from the lake. Bravo, mate. You see how this stuff can be challenging a little bit. You can kind of, you can kind of tell by the vegetation just how deep, how long a travel you have for your foot to hit the ground. I'm hearing salmon right up here too. This is wild. I've never looked for salmon up this creek. That gives you some idea though. So the lake's about 20 feet higher than mean sea level. So on the spillway, you can kind of see that difference. But so yeah, I mean, we're quite a ways up from there and that's a mile away. Those guys have twisted their way all the way up here. I fucking admire that. We're definitely gonna have to lose the one layer I'm wearing today. I mean, I'm not going to skins, don't worry about that, but cotton flowers are dry today. And out of the knee-high vegetation, that's a cool rock. How this face, we're in kind of a wet area, like a floodplain, but there's just one face that, I guess because of its angle, but it's got this really, almost like caribou hide. You'll just have to imagine how I got up and down the steep stuff, because I'm not gonna run back and forth. Man, it's too pretty. Hey, look at that, release the pigeons. Making a magical shot. You'll be able to do that with AI pretty soon. Here you can see how much the light changes and how much easier it is to walk. That thing I was saying about how it's easier to walk, there are still many valleys full of this beautiful taller stuff. That's a bitch to walk through. Angus loves it on places like this. That's a perfect roost right there. Nobody's home, luckily. Man, I smell like the devil. This is cool though, huh? I'm gonna get in a shadow right here, but this thing's just been spinning around. And this little brother right there. You know, I might be wrong about this. We're up high enough. We were supposed to remove it, but I think we did just the first 1.5 miles that way. So center of the shot right there was OBOD, place where we blew up a ton of stuff. And so this place looks pretty good, man, considering all the digging we did. I hadn't planned on spending that much time or going up this high or letting it get a little cooler, but it's beautiful. We're in a good spot. I think we've got a good setup for a picture here too. These things are so cool. That this one stayed up here so long is amazing. And so we got clouds, everything's kind of changing really rapidly. So if I don't get to say this before we get there, yeah, so every trip Angus and I made, it was in search of like, whatever, just being out, being away from the house. And out here where he loved it, you know, and I've loved it so much. And so, yeah, I came up here to get a picture today and I've got it. I've got like a dozen of them. Like finding that salmon was freaking perfect. But you go out and you don't know what the story is and you don't know what you'll find. And 99 times out of 100, it's just me and the dog having a good time. And again, Angie ain't here today, but he was with me in April and yeah, most of the summer. Can't get him out of my mind. But yeah, we'll keep going. There's one more spot I want to show you. That fencing contractor, I'll get his number. Did a good job. His, could be hers. And now we're gonna make our way inland. First, we're gonna go see this rock. How would Angus get up here? Well, it's still a mile back, and it's a mile of pain and discomfort. You know, I was thinking about that salmon back there. Man, I hope I have what it takes to do that, you know, to like fight that hard, get that far upstream, you know, at his stage. I don't know that I will though. I mean, I feel more and more like a salmon that's getting pretty far up the stream, but I hope I can do it with as much like courage as those salmon I saw up there. Pretty inspiring. And no matter where you hike in the Aleutians, you're always confronted with something like this. And that is multiple drainages cutting us off from where we want to go, which is roughly that direction. So we got genital high grass and a bunch of ankle twisting like holes. It'll be fun. I've been singing this Jim Croce song in my head this entire time. And it's because it's from the Ron Howard episode of The Studio, which I recommend. You can definitely hear a creek here. It's really hard to tell where it is though exactly. There it is. Don't think the salmon are gonna make it this side, but I believe I recognize this rock. So we end where we begin. Here at the creek, I hear salmon down there. I know they can make a way up there, which is really cool. Sometimes you find a bomb, sometimes you find a lighter, sometimes you find a plate with, you know, 1941 on it. And then some days you just have shadow and light and the colors of fall. And that's enough. So I'll see you next time.